Okay, what's the next case?
The Badista murder case.
Bring in the officers. Listen, we got a conviction on this case. I'm going to run for governor. If I run for governor, you're going to go right up to the top with me. All right, come on, sit down. Sit down. All right. Officer Shapiro, congratulations. It's another good case. Officer Liu, my congratulations. All right, what's the story here?
We found the evidence on him. It was a murder. A man was shot in the back. We apprehended the two suspects at 12:05.
And this watch belongs to? Found it on him?
Yeah, he had the gun and the watch.
Right, all right. Okay, what's your name? What's your name?
My name's Jerry.
Okay, Jerry what?
Hovagimian.
Hovagimian. Will you spell that, please?
Hovagimyan.
What kind of name's that?
It's Armenian.
Armenian? How long you been in this country?
I was born in this country.
You're of Armenian extraction, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, take him away. Whew, stinks. Give him a shower. Get the fuck out of here, will you? What's your name, son?
My name's Spalding Gray. S-P-A-L-D-I-N-G, Gray, G-R-A-Y.
You from New York City?
No, I grew up in Rhode Island. This is a funny coincidence to me. I've never been in a situation like this before.
That's right. You know your rights, Spalding?
No, what I want to do...
Well, your rights, let me explain your rights. You don't want to say anything without knowing your rights.
Oh, no, I'm not...
You've got a right to remain silent. You've got a right to have a lawyer, you understand? But it's my feeling that if you talk freely with us, you'll be walking out of here scot-free in 15 minutes.
That's fine.
Okay.
I have nothing to hide. As I was saying earlier, it's one of the first times I've ever been in a situation like this.
I understand that.
I don't know anyone here.
I understand that.
I just walked in.
I understand that. Now, tell me the truth. You killed Mr. Badista, didn't you?
I would never even throw a stone at someone.
I mean, you're not going to come confess right off the bat, right?
Kill? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Now, do you understand?
I don't know what's going on here.
All right. Now, do you understand laws in the state of New York?
I'm not one for laws.
Right.
I failed
Officer Liu, where did you apprehend the suspect?
38th Street in Malley.
Mm-hmm. Now, where was the victim?
No, there's a part of town I don't know anything
Where
about.
was the victim?
38th Street.
You were there. You apprehended there.
East or west side?
West side.
Got him in the alley.
Now, look.
I never get above 14th Street. I've only been in the city a few
Have a
weeks.
confession, please.
So it's a liar.
No, a mistake.
Mr. Gray,
I don't
may I
say
call you
that.
Spalding?
Sure.
Spalding, it says here, I confess to the killing of Mr. Angelo Badista on January 20th, 1974, and swear that Mr. Jerry Hovagimian
Oh, no, wait a minute.
did it with me. Now,
This isn't my handwriting.
No, you haven't signed this yet. You haven't signed this yet.
No,
Now,
but this isn't my handwriting.
if you sign this, you will turn state's evidence.
Right.
That means that you will be free to go.
Oh,
And Mr. Hovagimian will get 50 years in the state correctional facility at Ossining, commonly known as Sing Sing.
Oh, we don't want that to happen.
Right.
I don't want to
Now,
get in trouble. Look,
if you do not sign this,
Whoa!
if you do not sign this, and Mr. Hobeginian signs, you will get 50 years in the state correctional facility at Ossining, commonly known as Sing Sing. Now, if you both sign it, you'll get 10 years. If neither of you sign it, you'll get 2 years. So, Spaulding, let me tell you something. There's no way in the world you're going to walk out of here in less than 2 years unless you sign this paper.
I'm going to tell you something. This is
You
really
think
funny.
that over. Take him away.
Wait a minute,
Take it over, Spaulding. I'm on your side.
No,
Take
I'm
it
just
over.
going to
Get
say
him out of
something. I feel
here.
faint.
Come on, get him out of here.
Oh, he's going to hit me.
Get him out of here.
I feel faint. Come here. Wait a minute. What is your name again?
Pushing me down the stairs! Out!
You doing anything tonight after work?
Yeah. Got 2 kids to take care of.
What do you do? What's your means of livelihood?
Well, you know, I get around, man.
Yeah, I know. Now look, we got a pretty tight case on you. We got a pretty tight case. We found this gun. Officer Shapiro got this gun. Officer Shapiro, I'd like this man's attention. Will you make sure that he gives me his full attention? Officer Shapiro removed this gun from you. It has your fingerprints in it. Also, there was a bullet that came from this gun that we found in the back of one Angelo Badista. Furthermore,
I don't even know this guy, Angelo, whatever his
I don't know
name
if you
is.
know him or not. He's dead. And this gun, with your prints, ballistics will show that the murder bullet came from here. This watch was found in your pocket. Now, you know what a jeweler's mark is in a watch? See that little mark there?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
No.
Well, that happens to be a mark that identifies the name of the jeweler that worked on this watch. Now,
So what's that got to do with anything,
we go
man?
up to 47th Street, the jewelry center in New York City. We go down there. We ask for the identification of this mark. We find the jeweler. We get his records. We find out whose watch this is. I am certain that this watch will not prove to be Mr. Jerry Hobeginian's. What the hell is an Armenian
So
doing with
what?
a
I
gold
mean,
watch?
you know, man, I could buy it from a pawn shop, man.
Right.
That doesn't mean nothing, man.
Yeah, but if
you don't
this
got
watch,
shit on me, man.
If this watch happens to be...
Motherfucker, you better cut it out.
If this watch happens to be one belonging to Angelo Badista, you're in deep trouble. And I believe that this is going to show that it is Angelo Badista's watch. Now, you've got a record. Give me his
Yeah,
record.
so what, man?
Yeah. You've got a record. Your record includes armed robbery. You're lucky you got off with a suspended sentence. Attempted rape. And a few drug arrests. You know what the New York people want, the citizens of New York? They want crime in the streets eliminated. They want goons and beasts and monsters
Hey,
put
who you
behind bars.
You call me a goon, man?
Yeah.
You're calling me a goon, man?
I'm telling you,
You're telling me you
your
fat
ass
fuck?
is in a lot of
right.
trouble.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, and you're talking back to me.
Yeah, so what?
And
man?
you're in a lot of trouble.
I'm not in any
And
trouble.
we got the gun, we got the watch, we got you, we got a dead man. We got a few minutes left. We're going to offer you a bargain. You ever heard of plea bargaining? Here's your chance. If you sign this confession, which says, I confess the killing of Mr. Angelo Badista on January 20th, 74, and swear that Mr. Spaulding Gray, that's the other guy we got downstairs, did it with me, you will get off scot-free.
Right.
You're hip enough to know that.
Yeah.
You'll get off scot-free. You'll get immunity.
Yeah.
He'll go up to Sing Sing. You can go home. You can rape somebody else for all I care. Now, if you sign it, that's that. You sign it?
Well, he's gonna go what?
He's going to go to Sing Sing for 50 years.
And I'm not gonna get anything.
You're not going to get anything. You're off free. Scot-free. Come on, sign it. Come on. Look, if you don't sign it, and he signs it, you know what happens?
No, what happens?
You go to Sing Sing for 50 years, he gets off free. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, he's not gonna sign anything anyway, man.
He's a scared kid.
I'm not a kid.
He is. You're street hip, I know that. He's a kid. He'll sign it. We got ways of making him sign it. That confession will stand up in court.
Yeah, I know
and
all
you'll
about
get
your
fucked.
ways.
Right.
Fucking pig.
Right. Call me what you want, but he'll sign, because he's a green kid from Rhode Island. Never been to New York before.
He's not gonna sign anything, man.
Well, you want to take your chances? If he don't sign, you don't sign. 2 years. You get 2 years. So your ass is going to sit right here, right in this police station down to the tombs for 2 years. You may not even come to trial for 2 years, man. You may rot for 2 or 3 years before you even come to trial. So if neither you sign it, you got 2 years. If you both sign it, 10 years. If you're really so, cozy with him, you sign it, he sign it. You only got 10 years. It's quite a deal, huh? But if you sign it and he don't, you're off and he's on. Think about that. You gonna sign?
No, I ain't gonna sign nothing.
Take him away. Bring the yellow one back. We get a signature. The important thing in justice is a conviction.
How you doing, Bart? No, not me, no.
Okay, bring him in. Come on, Spaulding.
You know, there's something I forgot to tell you.
I really like you, Spaulding. You're a nice guy.
Look, how come this guy roughhoused me, took me off, shuffled me away, and we were right in the middle of a conversation?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, there's some other things I didn't tell you about my background you can check up on. My father was an Eagle
Spaulding.
Scout, and
Spaulding.
he was captain of the swimming team at Brown
You were
University.
hanging out with a hardened criminal.
Look,
That
I hung out
Armenian,
alone.
that
I'm alone.
Armenian down there, that Armenian is a hardened criminal. Right, Officer Lou? We've seen him around here before, right, Officer Lou?
That's right.
He's been in here 10, 12 times before, right, Officer Lou?
That's right.
Now, you got a family up there in Rhode Island? You got a family in Rhode Island? You got a father, you got a brothers, you got a sister? Yeah, you got a family. Would you like them to know what's been going on around here? You've been hanging out with some goddamn Armenian crook? You want them to know that, huh? Just that right. Now, listen. I believe you're innocent. Officer Lou, do you think this man's guilty?
Could be.
But do you think he's guilty? He looks like an innocent guy to me.
Yeah.
Hey, what is...
Marie, does this look like a criminal to you?
It's like a... Hey, man,
Do you look innocent? No. He looks guilty to her, but he looks innocent to me. I think you're innocent. Are you innocent?
yes.
Are you innocent? You are innocent. Now, that hardened criminal down there found him with this gun. You ever seen this gun before? His gun. You ever seen this watch before? Came off of Angelo Batista, a man that got shot. Now, listen to me, Spaulding. You sign his confession. You get off free. Your innocence is established. The other guy goes to jail. Now, if he's guilty and you're innocent, what you got to do is just put S-P-A-L-D-I-N-G-G-R-A-Y right down on this piece of paper. Go on, Spaulding. Come on, sign it up. Sign it up. That's it. Be a good boy. Come on, Spaulding. Listen, you can go home, right?
Yep.
5 after 5. You'll be out of here 5:15. You go right home.
But this isn't my handwriting.
No, you just got to sign it. You see,
Wait,
you don't have to write it. You just have to sign it.
I'm confused about it. What
It
is
says, "I confess to the
You
killing."
talk too fast, man. You talking like an auctioneer to me. You slow down.
Spaulding. It says.
I'm lost.
Take him
I
away.
just came
Take
in
him
off the
away.
street. Hey,
You're gonna rot in
let me out
prison,
of my
man. Take
chair.
him away.
Hey, come on.
You gonna sign this thing or not? This is your last chance, Spaulding. You sign this thing, or you're gonna be 10 years in Sing Sing. You sign out, or you're gonna be in jail until your ass rots. Sign it.
He's talking like he's an auctioneer.
I believe in you,
I
Spaulding.
just came in off the street.
I believe in your innocence.
This is like a
But
fucking
this-
dream.
Okay, take him away.
Go away.
Take him away. Take him away. When I ask a question, when I say, is that man innocent, I want you to say yes. Whatever I say, you say yes. Y-E-S. You understand? Yes, quick. Sign it, Spaulding Grain, and write me another one. Sign it, quick, sign it. Well, you've been selling many rugs down there?
You think you're so fucking smart, don't you, pig?
Listen, I'm pretty smart. Get a look at that.
Yeah, so what's that?
That's his signature on that confession.
That's not his signature.
That's his signature on his confession. Now, listen to me. He signed. You're going to go up there for 50 years. I'm giving you one last chance because I'd rather get two convictions than one. You sign. Not 50 years. You get 10 years. That's all. Just 10 years.
You sign that?
He signed that.
You mean that fucking... You sign that?
He's just a kid. I told you before. Now, give me yours. Where's his? You sign it. Knock 40 years off your sentence.
You got a match?
Got a match for me? Let's have a match around here, huh? Thanks, Officer Shapiro. You sign it, I'll give you a light. Come on.
So what's this now, man? I mean, I get, what is that, 40 years?
No, you get 10 years, you sign that.
10 years?
Good behavior, you're off in 4. Good behavior, you get off in 4.
All right.
Okay, just sign it. Good going. Nice doing business with you. I always like your kind. Take them away. Bring the other one back up. Write me up the other confession, will you? Got the other confession? Quick, hurry up. Write me up another confession, and then give it off to me. Okay. Hello, Spaulding. Now listen, you see these cameras? Look at them. Look at the cameras. See that man there? See that man there? See that lady over there? This is all on TV, television. This is on closed-circuit TV. Let me tell you what we're doing here. We are prepared to send this television tape to your family in Rhode Island. We are prepared to have this television tape shown in the courts of the state of New York. This is documentation. This is truth. Now, do you remember what I told you before? I said that if you signed a confession, you would be able to get off free. Right. And that other goon down there would go to jail for 50 years. Right? But if he signed, you'd go to jail, right?
Right. Wait.
Well, now
I sign, I'd go to jail. If he signed, he'd go to jail.
If you sign, you get off free. If he signs, you go to jail.
Wait. If he signs, I go to jail.
Right.
If I sign, he goes to jail.
Right. If you both sign, you both go to jail for a little less.
I don't want anyone to go to jail.
Well, let me tell you something, Spaulding. Your friend down there signed.
And he's not my friend.
Right. You're going to go to jail for 50 years, Spaulding.
Now, if I sign, what's going to happen?
10 years, that's all. Just 10 years. That's your chance.
This is like a dream.
That's it.
I've never been in a situation like
a
this
good boy
before.
like you, you could be out in 4 years, parole.
Wait a
You will
minute.
have paid your debt to society. You can learn, you can go to college while you're in jail. You can learn a trade. You can, take up a new religion.
Right. There are advantages to
There are
that.
advantages to jail, Spaulding.
I was up they say there's an increase in Zen meditation now in prison.
Listen, Sing Sing has got one of the biggest Zen places.
Meditation hall.
It's a meditation hall of great magnitude. You sign that.
How's the food in these
The
places?
food,
Have you been to Sing Sing? Is the food swell up there?
Yeah.
Food is really good. Officer Lou himself is a rehabilitated convict, right?
That's right, Spaulding.
Right. You could be like Officer Lou. Look at that. He's got that gold earring.
Wow.
He's got the Sing Sing gold earring. There's a boy who came up from the streets. Violence, right, Officer Lou?
That's right.
Sing Sing, right, Officer Lou?
That's right.
Right. And now he's got a career.
Well, I tell you, one of the things that I'm hesitant about
Spaulding,
signing this
look,
for is Officer
you
Lou
see-
has been treating me like shit.
No, but Officer Lou is just working out some of his anxieties.
I know, but I'm bruised up. My shin's
he
bruised.
won't do it
I've got
anymore, right,
heartburn.
Officer Lou? Would you apologize?
No,
Would you
I'm
just
sorry,
apologize?
Spaulding. I'm sorry.
Okay,
you know?
all right, all right.
Now
I was
listen,
just,
at 10 after 5, we've got to go. We've got other cases. Now, if you sign this, it would make me really happy.
Right.
I'd visit you, Spaulding. I'd personally take an interest in your future.
Well, I don't know what I got to lose, and I don't know what I've got to gain.
Well, you've got
figure
nothing to
this is,
lose and everything to gain, because if you don't sign it, we've got the other confession. You go 50 years. So just sign it, and I'll visit you, Spaulding. I'll be your friend. You'll see me every week. Friends, let me tell you something. Which one of you am I looking at? Let me tell you something. That the criminal justice code in New York City has a lot going for it. It's got a lot of kindness. It's got a lot of humanity. Okay, sign it, Spaulding. Spaulding, you've got 35 seconds, please.
It's bad heartburn.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have seen this man, Spaulding Gray, refuse to sign his confession. We have the confession of the accomplice, Mr. Hovaginian. Mr. Gray will go up to the Asinine Correctional Facility for 50 years without parole. The tapes will be sent to his family. Take him away.
Welcome to the prisoner's dilemma. Tonight we're going to play the game you've just seen on a videotape with live contestants. We're now waiting downstairs. Would you please bring up the contestants? Hi. Bruce Boyce, Robert Bell. Have a seat right there. Leo Castelli, Robert Bell. Have a seat, please. Have either of you ever been in a video performance before?
No.
You haven't? How about you, Leo?
Not as elaborate as this one here.
You were in another video performance. What was that?
Not really like that, no.
Were you? I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's all right, yeah.
You were in a movie once, weren't you?
It was in movies, yeah.
In movies, more than one movie.
Yeah.
What were
Well,
some?
one or two or three. I don't
One or
know.
two.
A few.
Right.
But just short parts.
Short parts, but speaking parts.
Yeah. Well, no, the movies that they took were pretty long, but then what came out in the movies was pretty short.
Yeah.
Editing, yeah. Mhm.
Right. Okay, well, tonight we're going to play Prisoner's Dilemma game. Let me explain the rules. It's on this chart back here behind you. I'm going to give each of you a piece of paper a little later and a pencil. And what I'll ask you to do is to write the letter A or the letter B on the paper and sign your name to it. And what happens is, if both of you choose A, then both of you spend 4 hours downstairs in the room you just came out of, down there. That's 4 hours. That's twice the length of the average boring art videotape. Now, if you both choose B, you both spend 2 hours in that same room. A, 4 hours, B, 2 hours. Now, here's the catch. If one of you chooses A and the other one chooses B, and it could be either one. You could choose A, Leo, and Bruce B, or Bruce A and you B. Then the one who chooses A is free to leave. He can go on the other side of the cardboard and watch the other one spend the next 6 hours downstairs in that room. You got that? 6 hours if you're B when the other one is A.
Then who the hell will choose B then?
Well, we'll see. There's something to be considered. Leo, would you mind
We are sort of will be obliged to choose A, hoping that we are going to leave, and so we will be obliged to spend 4 hours together down there.
Well, maybe, maybe not.
Leo,
Leo, would you mind waiting downstairs for a minute while I talk to Bruce? Thank you very much. Bruce, just to make sure you understand the game, could you explain it to me, just so I'm sure that you know what the choices lead to? You can look at the card.
The only reason to choose B is...
No, not the reason. Just what A and B lead to.
Well, I can read it. A means both people, if both people choose A, both spend 4 hours together downstairs. If both choose B, both spend 2 hours together. If one chooses A and the other B, the person choosing A takes off, and the one choosing B stays 6 hours.
Right. Oh, you got it. There are some things I think you should know, which you may not know. I found out that Leo Castelli has made a 10:30 dinner appointment at Luchow's for tonight with a West Coast art dealer. No, this is true. He made this appointment 2 weeks ago. After that, he signed the release agreeing to be here for up to 7 hours. Now, there's only one conceivable way he can honor his written promise, and that's by choosing A and hoping that you choose B, so you take the fall. You go down there for 6 hours. See, that's the only way he can meet that. There's another thing you might consider. You probably know, I imagine you do, it's common knowledge, that during the war, Leo was in the intelligence service. This is, there's actually something to this, because I had a conversation with John Copeland about this problem months ago. And he said Leo would never choose B. He said Leo just wouldn't turn in a pal, because that's the code of the spy. He'd be the G. Gordon Liddy of the art world. I don't remember if Copeland said the last thing, but it came to that. So the thing is,
Does it mean he would never choose A?
No. Yeah, right. He would never choose A. He would always choose B. because that's the code of the spy. Right? Okay. So the thing is, I thought I should make you aware of that. I figured you would be aware of that fact because Leo is aware that you may be aware of it. And knowing that, you see, he would figure that you would know he's going to choose B, and so to be fair, because you're, I'm sure, a fair person, would also choose B and not A, which would stick him down there for 6 hours. But since he knows that you know that, you see, he may then choose A and nail you downstairs for 6 hours and go to his 10:30 dinner appointment. So I just thought I should bring that up. There's another thing. It's a delicate subject, and I don't really know how to broach it, but Leo is no longer a young man. In earlier times, when during his previous career in the intelligence service, he probably was willing to undergo a good deal of physical hardship. But now he's a man who likes his comforts. I'll give you an example. Last week, this is a true story. Last week, he sent his secretary out to get him an apple, out to the grocery store around the corner. She came back with this big, beautiful red apple. Beautiful one, not a blemish on it. She went through a dozen apples and selected this one. She brought it back, put it on his desk. He took one look at it and he said, "What? What is this? This isn't a golden delicious apple. Take it away. Get me a golden delicious." He's a man who likes his comforts. That makes me suspect, and as you could see from the comments he immediately made, the thought of spending 6 hours down there might be absolutely abhorrent to him. There's another thing. Now, this may not interest you, but it does interest us. Leo Castelli is not probably, there's no question about it. He is the most famous art dealer in the world. No question about it. We would love to do a 6-hour tape of him cooling his heels downstairs in that horrible room. There's only one way that we can get that, and that's if he chooses B, following the code of the spy, and you choose A. But that's what we want. That may not be what you want. You may want something altogether different. I have no idea. Finally, Richard and I were talking about this game after we had this card printed up. And we thought, well, okay, it's sort of nice. You can, if you choose A and the other person chooses B, you can go outside and watch him on the monitor, and there's a certain pleasure in that. But there's no real reward. I mean, okay, it has a sort of aesthetic value, but that's it. So what we decided to do was offer a cash inducement. $100 to the person who chooses A when the other person chooses B. If you choose A and Leo chooses B, you walk away with $100 in cash. It's a real offer. There are too many witnesses for me to go back on it. You get $100, free and clear, and you get the rest of your evening free, right? And $100, and Leo cools it down there for 6 hours. But if Leo chooses A also, you don't get it. And if you both choose B, you don't get it. And if Leo chooses A and you choose B, Leo gets it, and you spend 6 hours down there. Okay.
Usually they get Pontiacs for this.
I know, but this is a low-budget show. Okay, do you have any questions, comments? Okay. Well, what I'd like you to do is take this ballot downstairs, mark on it either A or B, sign your name, fold it up so I can't see what's written on it, and then bring it upstairs.
Write big.
Yeah, and write big so we can show it on the camera. Okay?
Okay.
What are you going to say about me? Only time will tell. Leo, could you come over here, please? Could you sit right over there?
Right here?
Please. Thank you. Now, first of all, could you explain the game back to me just so I'm sure that you know what the different choices lead to?
Well, I can read it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it says prisoner's dilemma.
Right. Oh, Leo, the thing is, could you speak louder? It doesn't pick up on the mic.
So, in order to read it, it's sort of a little bit difficult, but anyway. Prisoner's dilemma, it says. 1, if both choose A, both spend 4 hours together downstairs.
Right.
Can everybody hear it? Everybody hear me?
Good.
2, if both persons choose B, both spend 2 hours together downstairs. 3, if one chooses A and the other chooses B, the person choosing A is free to leave. The other person who chooses B spends 6 hours downstairs.
Okay. Terrific. Now, Leo, it seems that Bruce, for some reason, has the impression that you have a 10:30 dinner appointment tonight at Luchow's.
He's completely wrong.
Well, I tried to tell him that he was wrong, but he has that idea. I don't know where he got it.
Well,
anyway, that's what he thinks.
What can we do about it?
Exactly. But it's got him a little nervous because he realizes that you're a man of your word and you signed the agreement to stay here for the 7 hours.
I didn't sign any kind of agreement.
You signed a release, right. It wasn't an agreement, a release.
Release? Can I go? I signed a release.
You can go anytime you want.
My own release.
Okay. Anytime you want. That's good. And he realizes that the only way you could make that appointment, even though it's a totally fictional appointment, which must certainly be true, is if you choose A and he chooses B. Right.
Yeah.
Furthermore, that this is a very delicate subject, and I don't know quite how to bring it up. But the subject came up that you're a man, that you're not as young as I am.
Let's put it that way.
Right. And that you are used to comfortable situations. Now, I don't know if that's true or not.
You'd be surprised.
That's very possible. But nevertheless, that subject came up in the conversation. And that you might find 6 hours down in that room uncomfortable.
Well, practically everybody would.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Irrespective of age.
Right, exactly. And that made him a little nervous as well. Then there was another issue which came up, and that was there's been a rumor going around the art world, which I don't know if it's true or not, but evidently during the war, World War II, you were involved with military intelligence service. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You know, somebody said that to me, and I said that to somebody rather, and he said, "Yeah, for which country?" And which country? Was it the United States?
That rumor probably was pretty specific about that. So,
I'm sorry.
I mean, that rumor must have been specific about
It was not.
It was not.
No.
Well, it was our beloved country.
Our beloved country. Very good. Anyway, Bruce, knowing about military intelligence, figures, for some reason, I don't know why you should figure this, he figures that you might think, that he would think, that you would adopt the code of the spy. Now, I don't know if you were a spy in military intelligence. There are many, many jobs in that. But nevertheless, somehow he's under this impression that you might adopt the code of the spy and never, ever choose choice A, because that would be sending someone else down for a period of time while you go free. It would be the equivalent of ratting on a pal. And he figures, therefore, that knowledge, since he's a nice guy and wouldn't want to put anyone away for 6 hours downstairs, that you might use that knowledge against him. He would therefore choose B to be cooperative with you, and then you could nail him, leave him downstairs for 6 hours, and go away and go to this fictitious dinner. It's the weirdest thing how these stories have come together. Finally, there's one more thing. Richard was sitting in Max's one night before this piece came together, and he was with someone who bet him, when the subject of your signing a release to participate in something that could last 7 hours came up, someone bet him that you'd never do it. He bet $100 that you'd never do it.
That I wouldn't sign the release?
That you wouldn't sign the release.
The fact is that I really didn't read the release at all. I just signed it.
Really? True. Well, I'm sure it's true if you say it. But there are people who might not believe
I trust Richard.
You trust Richard? Well, I trust Richard, too. Anyway, this other person lost the bet, and Richard got $100.
That's good.
Right. And here it is. And what we're going to do is offer this $100. I've already offered it to Bruce, so to be fair, I'll offer it to you. To the person who signs A if the other person signs B. He gets the one who signs A gets $100 and leaves, and the other one cools it down there for 6 hours. Okay, since I've offered it to Bruce, I'll offer it to you. Now, we thought that a cash inducement would be a good idea, at least for Bruce. Now, I don't know what Bruce's income is. It may be substantial. I would be surprised if $100 meant the same to Bruce as it does to you.
Probably not.
Anyway. I think, do you have any comments, Sean?
No comments.
Okay. Well, I wondered if you'd be so kind as to take this ballot downstairs and write on it either A or B and sign your name and fold it over like this. Yeah, and write big so we can show it on the camera. Fold it over like this, and then I'll buzz for you in a minute. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Could you buzz downstairs, please? Got a body on us. Thanks. Could you sit over here? Thank you. What's it like down in that room?
Kind of nice.
It's nice?
Yeah.
Oh, terrific.
Atmospheric.
It's atmospheric. All right. Is it crowded? It varies. We don't really know what's going on down there when we're up here. Yeah, there's no telling. Could you ring and see if Leo's ready to come up? Thank you.
Here's your ballot.
I have it here. Now, before I open the ballots, by the way, these are final decisions, right? Okay. There's no signature on this, but this one says Boyce, and this one...
that is mine.
So Leo Castelli has chosen B. Leo Castelli has chosen B. Which ends, if it doesn't end, the question raised by John Copeland's, that Leo Castelli would never confess in a situation like this. The question still remains whether Leo Castelli has, in a certain sense, something in common with G. Gordon Liddy, in that sense. Bruce Boyce has chosen B. Bruce Boyce has chosen B. We have here two honorable men.
No, two G. Gordon Liddies.
Or two G. Gordon Liddies, however you want to look at it. Well, I think that's terrific. The payoff in the game is 2 hours downstairs together in the little room, and we'll bring some chairs down. Thank you.